This Independence Day finds the Astros in Atlanta, where they take on baseball's hottest hitter, Chipper Jones. But Lance Berkman brings all-star credentials of his own and hopes to get the Astros back up in the standings. There should be plenty of fireworks from Bobby Cox and the Braves as Chipper pursues 400. But the Astros plan on providing plenty of sis boom ba of their own with a sparkling Lance Berkman, hoping to bring a happy 4th of July to Astros fans. It's the Astros and Braves next on FSN Houston. From Turner Field in Atlanta, Georgia, FSN Houston brings you Houston Astros baseball. Tonight on the 4th of July, the Astros open a 9-game road trip. They meet the Atlanta Braves. Good evening, everybody. Happy 4th. Bill Brown and Jim Deshaies on a patriotic sort of day. The Astros embarking upon this road trip and meeting Atlanta for the first of 6 meetings this season, JD.
Happy 4th, Brownie. A chance for the Astros to get going on the road here after a 5-5 homestand, facing the Atlanta Braves. Struggling a little bit. They just got swept by the Phillies, but very good in this ballpark. Our Lincoln Mercury Betterview matchup shows you a matchup that people salivate over when they talk about switch hitters in the game today. Oh, yeah, just outstanding numbers for both of these guys. Chipper Jones and Lance Berkman, 1 and 2 in the batting race, with Chipper leading Lance. Lance is number 1 in slugging. Chipper number 2 in slugging. 2 of the best switch hitters, not only of this era, but of all time. Coming up from Atlanta as Chipper Jones was hitting over 400 for the first couple of months of the season. We'll see if he can crank it up tonight. And Lance Berkman also has made a run at the Triple Crown early. We'll see how they fare against each other. These two teams with identical records square off in just a moment.
Ford F-Series has stood by hard-working Americans for over 60 years.
This is the truck that helped build this country. As you can see, they're proud to build the truck Americans count on every day.
So to get the F-150 or Super Duty you need, Ford is standing by you again with employee pricing.
Just when America needs it the most, it's the best offer of the year.
Now get employee pricing plus up to $3,500 cash back on Ford F-Series. Hurry in and drive one.
Supersonic breakfast toaster. Pretty good stuff.
Yeah.
Man. What? Why? Don't do that.
Wow. My flavorometer just went nuts.
Maybe you just turn it off or
The
turn it down.
flavorometer?
Yeah, turn the volume down on it.
I'd be lost
Set it
without
to vibrate, and then that way my ears won't blow
Oh,
up.
nice. Nice.
How's that?
Good.
Supersonic breakfast toaster. New at Sonic. Sausage and bacon with pepper jack cheese or ham and bacon with smoky cheddar. Try one anytime with a premium roast, iced or hot latte.
Start your weekend in the great outdoors with the Academy Outdoors Show this Saturday morning. Host Chad Brower brings you a multitude of exciting outdoor adventures from throughout the region. You won't want to miss a single minute of this award-winning show for the whole family to enjoy, featuring a variety of live-action hunting, fishing, and outdoor adventure trips each week. Right here, Saturday mornings at 8:30 on FSN Southwest.
Take a journey down memory lane through baseball's past to a time where history comes alive. Introducing baseball's golden age. See legendary heroes like Ruth, Williams, Robinson, and DiMaggio in a rare collection of footage that brings America's pastime to life like never before. Baseball's golden age premieres Sunday on FSN.
Fox Business, taking business news to the next level. A new approach, attitude, and edge. Experienced and straightforward. One team covers it best. Trade trends, market moves, personal finance. No nonsense, no jargon. Just smart and savvy insight. Money moves that make sense. End of story. Fox Business Network. A world of business. Start here, start now. To find Fox Business, check your local listings or log on to foxbusiness.com today.
You're watching Astros baseball on FSN Houston.
This game is starting right now with Tim Hudson delivering the first pitch, and Darren Erstad takes it. Darren in the starting lineup tonight in center field. Michael Bourne getting a night off. And Darren has hit well when he's been in the Astros starting lineup this season. It's a longtime foe of Tim Hudson from American League days. Very complimentary about Tim before the game today. Hudson has been quite a battler throughout his career. He falls behind here, 2 balls, no strikes. Erstad at 304 with 2 homers, has driven in 14. He was 3 for 7 on the recently completed homestand. Takes a strike there, and it's 2-1.
As Cecil Cooper wanted to give Michael Bourne a little bit of a mental break. He's been scuffling lately, so Erstad gets a start in center field tonight. As Brownie mentioned, a lot of experience against Hudson, 67 at-bats against Hudson.
He fouls that one away. 2 balls, 2 strikes as these longtime adversaries square off in different uniforms now. And Hudson, in his career, has the second best winning percentage among active pitchers to Pedro Martinez, .653. This season he's won 8 and lost 6 with a fine ERA of 3.31. Erstad flicks that one foul, and it's still 2 balls, 2 strikes. The Astros coming off a 5-5 homestand. Here's their starting lineup. It's brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Darren Erstad in center field, Mark Loretta at second base, Lance Berkman first base, Carlos Lee left field, Miguel Tejada shortstop, Jeff Blum third base, Hunter Pence right field, J.R. Tolles catcher, Brian Moeller on the mound. Line drive, and the center fielder Mark Kotsay is back into center field, and Kotsay makes a tremendous running catch to Rob Erstad. Really scorched that one.
Kotsay, when healthy, can still play a pretty mean center field. He's had a lot of injury problems. The back, a big issue for him. This is a heck of a play, and what a lift for a pitcher. First batter of the game, you're thinking, well, off the bat, that's double, probable triple. Instead, Kotsay runs it down for Hudson, out number 1.
Now it's Mark Loretta. Mark's put together a 5-game hitting streak. Looks at ball 1 away. 264 for Mark. 3 homers, 21 runs batted in. He was 2 for 4 in yesterday's game. Kazuo Matsui is on track to return to the lineup next Tuesday night at Pittsburgh. Tapped in the hole. Chipper Jones cuts across in front of the shortstop and takes care of out number 2.
Rico scouting report on the veteran Tim Hudson. As Brownie mentioned, an outstanding winning percentage among pitchers with 200 decisions lifetime. He has the 12th best mark. A bit of a June swoon for him. Got off to a great start, but in recent starts not so good. Last time out gave up 6 earned runs, and carefully Carlos with very good numbers against Tim Hudson. He's got all the pitches. Fastball, curve, slider, change, and a split finger pitch. Good sinking action on the fastball when he's on. It's a lot of ground ball outs.
Now the major league total base leader, Lance Berkman, comes up. And there's strike 1 on the power sinker from Hudson. Berkman at 353. Lance has 22 homers. He's driven in 68 runs. He also leads the majors in extra base hits and slugging. He rips this line drive for the right field corner. Jason Perry goes over to try to dig it out. Berkman heading for second base. And he's in with a 2-out double. His 28th 2-base hit of the year, and that snaps an 0 for 10 for Lance Berkman.
On that Dodgers series at home, LA scored in the first inning of every one of those ball games, able to get the jump on the Astros. Maybe the Astros can do likewise here to the Braves. Big 2-out double here by the Puma. Brings up Carlos Lee, who we mentioned has good numbers against Hudson.
Lee has good numbers recently against a lot of pitchers. 13 hits in his last 26 at bats during a 6-game hitting streak. And there's ball 1 to Carlos. He had an interesting chat on Astros Live with Greg Lucas. 292 for Carlos, 19 homers, 65 runs batted in. Talking about the adjustments he has made in his hitting, along with hitting coach Sean Barry, hitting the ball harder to right field now than earlier this season. And the appeal goes down to first base. There's a swing as you see the patriotic look at Carlos Lee.
So they got the Astros adorned as the enemy here tonight.
The Redcoats are coming. Carlos 400 against Tim Hudson, 10 for 25. All right, he's been ripping the ball lately. 410 on the homestand, 16 hits and 39 at bats. Hudson misses away, and Carlos told Greg Lucas that earlier this season he was trying to pull a lot of pitches on the outside part of the plate. He and Sean Berry were looking at tapes of his hitting last year, and he's revised his thinking now to look for a pitch he can drive to right field if it's away, and try to get on it earlier in the count if he gets an opportunity, than going so deep into the count. 3 balls and a strike. The results have been fantastic for Carlos Lee. Tim Hudson 1-0 in his career against the Astros with a 1.13 ERA for 3 career starts. The Braves just got swept in a 3-game series by the Philadelphia Phillies right here. They have lost 3 consecutive series and 5 straight games. The Astros have lost 3 games in a row. And there's a walk to Carlos to bring up Miguel Tejada with 2 on and 2 out.
Now Hudson didn't want to give in there, continued to try to throw that 2-seamer to the outside corner. Now willing to go ahead and walk Carlos and start fresh with Tejada once he fell behind. Well, the Braves have only lost 17 ball games in this park this year, 6 of them to the Phils. And if they could figure them out, they'd be in pretty good shape.
Yes, they would. 285 for Miguel Tejada, 10 homers, 43 runs batted in. He hit 220 on the homestand.
Yeah, the Astros have a number of guys that they were counting on that they need to get going here. And Miguel's one of them, Hunter Pence another. Kind of struggling through the month of June.
Tejada's gone 51 at bats since his last RBI at Baltimore June 19th. Jeff Blum on deck. One ball and 1 strike. Hudson slowed that one down. Looked like Tejada pulled off it a little bit.
Yeah, it was actually a bit of a hanger. A little slider that didn't move much, but Tejada pulls off that front side. If he stays close and stays through that, he probably hits it pretty good to right center field.
Hudson misses. That pitch didn't look very good coming out of his hand, and the count goes to 2-1. Hudson will turn 32 in 10 days. 6th round pick of the Oakland A's in '97. Atlanta got him in a trade in December of '04 for 3 young players. He's been in double figures in wins in all 9 major league seasons. 16-10 last year. Fouled away, and it's 2-2. Hudson has never had a losing season in the majors.
Pounding away, down and away, and trying to go out there one more time, and he just flew open and left that one up and in. Through his first 9 starts this year, Tim Hudson had allowed just 1 home run. But lately, he's been elevating a little bit, and home run ball has been a bit of a problem for him. Allowed 2 last time out.
That was at Toronto, and he gave up 6 runs in 5 innings in that game and lost it 9-5. Tejada reaches for it and strikes out. No runs, 1 hit, 2 left for the Astros. Hudson works out of trouble, and it's a scoreless game.
A lot of people ask, what makes using Quikrete so easy? Well, the secret's in the bag. Quikrete Concrete. It's what America's made of.
It's been a tradition since 1876. Think about that. That's more than 120 years ago that this company started making Budweiser under Adolphus Busch. family has always put in the forefront, protect the excellence of the product Budweiser. And I think he would be very happy that the generations of his family have practiced what he taught us.
Delicious news from Minute Maid, our enhanced juices and drinks. 5 lip-smacking varieties, like the sunny taste of pomegranate lemonade and refreshing pomegranate-flavored tea, both with powerful antioxidants C and E to help support a healthy immune system, while our pomegranate blueberry-flavored juice blend helps nourish brain and body. Not to mention what they do for your taste buds. Minute Maid enhanced juices and drinks, totally nutritious, amazingly delicious.
Houston Astros baseball on FSN Houston is being brought to you by Budweiser, by your Texas Ford dealers, by the Progressive Insurance Group, and by Southwest Airlines. Welcome back to Turner Field in Atlanta, where that gigantic video board shows you scenes. And now we go to the bottom of the first inning and check the Atlanta Braves starting lineup. And Bobby Cox has a struggle on his hands this year with a club which is 40-46. Brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Gregor Blanco is the leadoff man and left fielder. Yunel Escobar is at shortstop with Chipper Jones at third base. The cleanup man is first baseman Mark Teixeira, with Brian McCann, the catcher, Kelly Johnson at second base, Mark Kotsay in center field, newcomer Jason Perry in right field, and Tim Hudson on the mound. Now it's Brian Moeller, who lives here in the Atlanta area, and his oldest 2 daughters made the trip on the Astros charter with him last night. There is strike 1 to Blanco. Blanco's been on fire since he was promoted to the leadoff spot. 7-game hitting streak right now. Gregor's hitting .274 with a homer, and he rolls that one out to shortstop Tejada. Takes care of out number 1 for Brian Moeller.
Rico scouting report on the veteran Brian Moeller comes your way now. Well, it's happy 4th of July. It's the bicentennial for Brian, his 200th Major League start this evening. He just needs to keep on grinding. 3 consecutive starts, allowing just 1 run, and flip the switch. 2 very dangerous switch hitters in this lineup. Chipper Jones and Mark Teixeira. You got to neutralize those guys. A lot of left-handed bats, as a matter of fact, for Brian to contend with, and lefties hitting .305 against him so far this year.
Yunel Escobar just came back from a shoulder injury. He missed 5 games. Left shoulder strain. Made his second start last night at short since returning. Very good defensive player. There's ball 1 to him. And Escobar has hit well this year. Taps that one toward Tejada, who comes in, makes the throw, and takes care of out number 2. In Brian Moeller's career, he's 1-2 here at Turner Field with a 5.82 ERA.
He's got a fair number of family and friends here to watch him pitch tonight.
Yeah.
Lives just up the road in Marietta.
His wife ran in that Peachtree road race this morning early. Chipper Jones drawing a lot of applause. And why not? 389, 17 homers, 47 runs batted in. It has been well deserved, not only throughout his career, but especially this year. There's ball 1 to Chipper, who's been playing with a small tear in his right quadriceps muscle. 4 for 13 against Moeller. Leads the majors in batting average, on base percentage. And he fouls it away. It's 1 ball, 1 strike to Chipper, who has a ranch in South Texas at Carrizo Springs. He passed Eddie Matthews for second place on the Braves franchise hit list with 2,201. That was back on June 2nd. Hank Aaron, the all-time leader, with 3,600.
Seems to save some of his best work for the Astros over the years.
Yes, he does. 331 career hitter, and there is Chipper Jones look, circa 1776. He's got that classic look. It would be good in any era, you know. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, the goatee does that for you. Transcends eras.
Earlier this season, he hit career home run number 400. Just doesn't look right with him holding a bat. Deep drive to right center field. Hunter Pence, Darren Erstad on the warning track. Erstad reaches up and gloves it. And that's a 1-2-3 first for Brian Moeller. And it's scoreless after 1.
My country, 'tis the sweet land of liberty, of the I see.
This 4th of July, the people of Southwest Airlines join the people of the United States of America as we celebrate our independence.
From every mountainside, let freedom ring.
You are now free to celebrate your birthday, America.
Wishes can come true. Daniel met the LA Angels with his cousin Sammy, right?
Make-A-Wish Foundation grants a wish every 40 minutes.
To children with life-threatening medical conditions.
I wanted to go to Wrigley Field. Fox Sports Supports invites you to join our team and support Make-A-Wish Foundation.
There are lots of ways to help, from making a donation to volunteering.
Together, we can bring joy and magic to children who really need both.
Make a wish. Please go to wish.org.
The game is on. Learn to play the horses and play for free. TVGFree.net. Learn from horse racing experts.
Let me help you pick a winner.
Challenge the leaderboard and compete to win valuable prizes every day. Go to TVGFree.net right now.
And they're off.
Get in the game. It's fun. It's free.
One final surge.
Pick the winner.
They're coming down to the finish.
Learn from the pros. Play to win. TVGFree.net.
You're watching Astros baseball on FSN Houston.
It's 0-0 after 1. Coming up later on the Dodge Texas Truck Stop, you'll hear from Jose Valverde on his Mount Annex. Stay tuned for that. He's ready to pitch again tonight. Has had some rest, and he would love to get in this game. Jeff Blum gets it going in the 2nd inning. He's 4 for 10 lifetime against Tim Hudson, who delivers ball 1. Mike Estabrook is the home plate umpire. Blum at .224 with 5 homers has driven in 17. That's a strike, and it evens the count at a 1-ball-1-strike situation for Tim Hudson here. Blum hit .167 on the homestand, 3 for 18. Now it's 2-1. Astros playing 3 here over the weekend. Blum hoping to improve that stat, which is already very good against Hudson, as Ty Wigginton sits out his 3rd straight game, but has rejoined the club after a baby daughter arrived. And then on to Pittsburgh for 3 and Washington for 3 to finish the last 3-city road trip of the year for the Astros. 2-2. And the schedule will be roughly a week at home and a week on the road after this trip, because there are no more 3-team homestands either. Ground ball behind first, foul. Mark Teixeira.
Too bad this road trip wasn't flipped, so we were in Washington for the 4th of July.
Oh, wouldn't that be something?
That'd be kind of neat.
The Nationals are not home. They are at Cincinnati, and they were shut out today, 3-0. Hudson in 90 pitches lost to the Blue Jays. You mentioned the home runs he allowed, and gave up a total of 6 runs in 5 innings in that last start at Toronto. He's been much better at home. Blum with a cracked bat, liner, and Teixeira is there. Mark Teixeira with a sliding play on the Blum line drive, headed for right field.
Well, Hudson's more of a contact guy than a strikeout pitcher. He has fanned 67 this year in 115 plus innings. His MO is to throw a lot of strikes down around the knees early and just try to get the ball put in play. But this park really works in his favor, because that style of pitching works anywhere. But here, if you do make a mistake up, you get a better chance of getting away with it. Pretty big yard. The ball carries well here, but the dimension-wise, it's pretty big.
Tap foul. Hunter Pence has strike 1. Hunter at .265 with 10 homers has 41 runs batted in. He hit .205 on the homestand, 8 hits and 39 at bats. J.R. Tolles is on deck. It's a little tapper back toward the pitcher, Hudson. He turns that into out number 2. Hudson with that road record suffering after his last start not going well. Happy to be back home. He is 6-1 here in Atlanta this year with a 2.24 ERA in this ballpark. Fourth best home ERA in the National League right now. His career record 27-17 at Turner Field. Strike to J.R. Tolles, who drove in a couple yesterday. 153 for J.R. 4 homers, 16 runs batted in. He had a 2-run double in the 5th inning. The Astros won game 1 of that 4-game series. Then the Dodgers took the next 3. 0-2 with Brian Moeller on deck. Braves are 7-15 against the clubs in the National League Central Division. 1-2. They got off to a 25-9 start at home. Since then, they have been searching to recapture that formula. They've gone 3-8 at home since that 25-9 start here at Turner Field.
I think 6 of those 8 are to the Phillies.
Yeah.
At least 3 of them are. They just got swept by Philadelphia. That's been kind of an issue for them in the last couple of seasons. JR got to do whatever he can to fight his way on here and get Moeller in at bat in this inning, so he's not leading off the next. Never mind that plan.
Hudson gets strikeout number 2, and the game is scoreless after 1.5.
Ford F-Series has stood by hard-working Americans for over 60 years.
This is the truck that helped build this country. As you can see, they're proud to build the truck Americans count on every day.
So to get the F-150 or Super Duty you need, Ford is standing by you again with employee pricing.
Just when America needs it the most, it's the best offer of the year.
Now get employee pricing plus up to $3,500 cash back on Ford F-Series. Hurry in and drive one.
For the last time, there is no lunch on this list.
Did you try dinner with a D? Hey, there's breakfast! Why'd he get in?
Because breakfast now has biscuits and gravy. A warm buttermilk biscuit smothered in savory sausage gravy. And breakfast gets served all day. The most important meal served all day.
No one covers Texans football like FSN Houston. Join hosts Bart Ennis and Patty Smith each week for complete coverage of the Houston Texans. From the Fox Sports Grill in Houston, Texans Huddle is 30 minutes of the latest news, highlights, and features surrounding the Houston Texans. Plus, you'll get expert analysis from the Texans Radio Network's play-by-play man, Mark Vandermeer. Texans Huddle, Thursday at 5:30 on FSN Houston. You're watching Astros baseball on FSN Houston.
It's 0-0 here. Coming up later on the Toyota Truck Game Break, John Radigan will bring you highlights of the hot dog eating contest in our Toyota Truck Game Break. In the middle of the 7th here on FSN Houston, Joey Chestnut able to defend his championship in a sudden death dog off with Kobayashi.
I always love, and I caught the very end of that today, and I've seen bits and pieces of it in previous years, and I love how straight the announcers play it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's big time sport. Today, I think the quote was, the passion is raw, but the hot dogs are cooked. I heard the one guy say.
Mark Teixeira, 269, 16 homers, 63 runs batted in, has really heated things up since June 1st. Did not really hit his stride the first couple of months. There's ball 1 to the switch hitter, the former Texas Ranger. Teixeira hitting behind Chipper Jones, giving the Braves 2 outstanding switch hitters in a row in that lineup. 2 balls, no strikes.
And this Teixeira's stronger side, hitting close to 300 as a left-handed hitter.
In his last 33 games, Teixeira has 11 homers and 32 runs batted in. It's 3-0 to Mark. and he has taken 50 walks this season. Brian Moeller looks down at that footing on the front of the mound.
And so even though he's only hitting .269, he's got a .373 on base percentage. And with the power coming, at the end of the day, he's going to put up very good numbers yet again. He's just 28 years of age.
He was the 5th player drafted in 2001 from Georgia Tech. Ball 4. Teixeira draws the leadoff walk. Moeller has been stingy with those. That's his 21st walk. He's in his 65th inning. Now Brian McCann, who should be named to the All-Star team when that announcement comes on Sunday. .295 for Brian. 14 homers, 46 runs batted in. Leads all major league catchers in homers and doubles, and he's 3rd in runs batted in.
Who was Soto still leading the vote at catcher?
Yes, he was. McCann was an All-Star last year and the year before. Brian's one of the Georgia-born Braves. He's from Athens, Georgia. Has a brother Brad, a first baseman in the Marlins organization. Smash into center field. Teixeira takes second on the single by McCann, and the Braves have something working with 2 on and nobody out in the second.
Brian left that pitch up a little bit. And McCann jumped all over it. For the most part, since Brian has moved into the rotation, his command has been way above average. I mean, he's been hitting corners, keeping the ball down. Big pitch for him tonight, I think, has got to be the cutter in on the hands of these left-handed hitters, and then the changeup. That's got to be a big part of his game plan, I'm sure, as we go along here. There's a cutter.
Kelly Johnson took it for ball 1. Johnson 280, 7 homers, 35 runs batted in. He's hit .306 over his last 53 games. Fly ball right field. Chases Hunter Pence back toward the warning track. Both runners are tagging. Here's the catch, and he throws in towards second base. And it's out number 1 with Teixeira moving from second to third and McCann holding at first base.
Well, if you want to catch the Astros in New York City as they take on the Mets August 22nd through 25th, then check out the Astros travel package. This package includes game tickets to all 3 games at Shea, 3 nights accommodations at the Grand Hyatt, New York Midtown Manhattan, round-trip airfare on Continental Airlines, and much more. Get all the details at astros.com/road trip. We'll be there.
Oh, yeah.
Final series at Shea.
Meeting at the mound involving the infielders. And the situation is 1st and 3rd, 1 out. Mark Kotsay, the batter. Kotsay made that outstanding catch on Darren Erstad, leading off the game. Now he tries to chime in with his bat. .281, 4 homers, 21 runs batted in. Kotsay came off the 15-day disabled list July 1st. He had been out with a lower back strain since the 26th of May. Had 5 rehab assignments at AA Mississippi. Ball 1 to Kotsay. Kotsay's 32, first-round pick of the Marlins in '96. Then he was a Padre. He was an Oakland A. Atlanta got him in a trade for Joey Devine back in January. One ball, 1 strike to Kotsay. He has no hits in his last 11 at bats.
Late with that swing.
Yep. Kotsay's a .345 career hitter against the Astros. Fly ball. Erstad over. Lee is there. Erstad makes the catch. Here's the tag. Teixeira coming. Long throw to the plate. And the Braves lead 1-0 on a sac fly by Kotsay. RBI number 22 for Kotsay.
Ball didn't hang up long enough for Darren to get squarely behind it. He was kind of turned cattywampus as he caught this ball. So as he tries to make this throw, it takes him a little while to get into position. Never quite gets there, and the ball sails high on him. Have a real good shot at Teixeira anyway. McCann probably should have gotten back and tagged. He would have been able to advance on that high throw.
So Teixeira scored. It's 1-0, and now the major league debut of Jason Perry. There's strike one to Perry, 27 years old, just called up to replace Jeff Francor on the roster. He was hitting .302 at AAA Richmond. 5 homers, 14 runs batted in. He was at AA Mississippi to begin the season, had 13 homers and 41 runs batted in there in 38 games.
And was just wearing out right-handed pitching. 355 at Richmond, 352 at Mississippi. So
he went to Georgia Tech.
Or Mississippi.
Yeah.
However Van Chancellor says it.
1 ball and 1 strike. He was at Georgia Tech from 2000 through 02. Toronto drafted him in the 6th round in the June 02 free agent draft. He was with Detroit in spring training and was released at the end of March. That's when the Braves picked him up with a minor league contract in April. Grounded foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Jason Perry. He was born in Fremont, Nebraska, lives in Jonesboro, Georgia. Last year he started the year at AA Midland in the Oakland organization. Then he moved up to AAA Sacramento.
It'd be hard to identify him as a prospect, being 27 years of age and having started this season at AA.
Yes.
But the numbers are pretty impressive, and so maybe a guy who could come to the big leagues and be a solid 4th outfielder or be involved in a platoon. When you look at those numbers against right-handed pitching this year,
well, the Braves,
merits a look.
Yeah, the Braves have made it pretty clear that Jeff Francor will not be in the minor leagues very long. He has to be down 10 days unless there's an injury on the big league club. And that's their plan. Line drive, left field line, slicing foul, and caught there. A
Nice
good play.
And you notice he did not get the applause that the guy with the glove would have gotten. I don't understand that. The guy with the glove always gets a bigger round of applause. And this guy went out barehanded and just stole it from him.
He did. That is grand larceny. Guy with the glove took it very well, though. Perry slices out,
a chance.
Same spot almost. A couple rows higher. And now they got a shot at one. Tim Hudson's on deck.
Yeah, right next to the old guy. Well, maybe he's not an old guy, the bearded guy.
Well, that's a good area to be in.
To the girl in the Astro hat. Let's go.
Well, Sugar Bowl champion T-shirt. He's a good sport.
Look at the girl in the Astro hat is she's crushed.
Foul ball, and that keeps the count at 1 ball, 2 strikes. Maybe she'll get a shot later.
Like, so what's the deal? He's with him. They got 2 in the same family.
Yeah. Braves are averaging 30,727.
I think this ball is going to kneecap Jason Perry if he doesn't hit it.
Oh, yeah. He swung at it and it hit him, but if he swings at it, it's a strike. Not hit by the pitch.
He didn't get a piece of it at all?
No.
I thought he got a piece.
He whiffed it. First major league at bat. That's a tough one. Still 1-2.
Yeah, that hurt. You know, we talk a lot about pitchers making their debuts, having to control their nerves and emotions. Same thing for a position player. First Major League AB. Heart just thumping in his chest, I'm sure.
Fly ball. Hunter Pence started in. Now he has a long way to go. Deep into right field. That one will roll to the wall. McCann around third. He's coming home. Mark Loretta takes the throw from Pence. Not in time at home plate. 2-0 Atlanta. as Perry does something very big in his first major league at bat.
And the dugout, they're making sure they get that ball. After swinging and missing on a pitch that hit him in the leg, he delivers an RBI double. I'm curious as to why Hunter was so shallow. You see the grip from Moeller. It's a changeup. And he's able to keep the hands back well enough and get some pretty good lift on this ball. With 2 outs and a man on first, the only way he scores there is on an extra base hit. So normally you'd be a little bit deeper, especially with the pitcher on deck.
First major league hit is an RBI triple. Now Tim Hudson. Crowd still buzzing over Perry's debut. Strike to Hudson.
And Hudson swings it pretty well. He's not an automatic out.
4 hits and 32 at bats, a 125 average, 2 runs batted in, career 160 hitter. Strike for Brian Moeller. That makes it 0-2.
Yeah, they don't have the pitcher holding a bat. Hudson's holding a ball. They should just give him muskets.
That's why he wasn't holding the bat. That's the final out of the second inning, and it's 2 runs, 2 hits, and a man left. Braves 2, Astros nothing.
So really, what's so fancy about our fancy ketchup? Well, for one, try that with a squeeze packet.
What a burger!
Just like you like it.
Another gift from Meritage. Purchase a completed inventory home while supplies last and pay only 3.5% your first year, 4.5% the second, and only 5.5% fixed every year after that. Get more wow right now with great rates and free gifts from Meritage Homes.
During the Lifetime Savings Event 4th of July holiday, there's never been a better time to drive Toyota Tundra. And with the lowest cost of ownership, Tundra also rewards you with every mile you drive. Go to ToyotaOwnershipCost.com to calculate what you'll be saving over the lifetime of your new Tundra. And then use the long holiday weekend to start saving. Lease a new 08 Tundra Double Cab for $199 a month, 36 months. $199 a month delivers Tundra. Take advantage of a lifetime of savings during the July 4th holiday.
For every morning on the job, there's a child to protect. For every mission, a family. Every day, we defend our freedom, our liberty, and our way of life. Our calling is to protect the people of our country, and this to us hits very, very close to home. To learn more, go to borderpatrol.gov.
Can you get a hamburger at 6 a.m.? No, but you can get a Whataburger.
What a burger!
Just like you like it.
Our Texas Ford Dealers League leaders show you the career leaders in first half slugging percentage since 1956. First half of their career, that is. Albert Pujols, .610 in the first half of the season all throughout his career. Mickey Mantle, .602 second. Then it's Mark McGwire, Barry Bonds, and Lance Berkman. And we tend to think of Lance as a pretty strong second half player, but as you can see, he ranks right up there with the greats in what he's done in the first half of his seasons. Brian Moeller gets it going in the Houston third inning. Astros trailing 2-0. And there's strike one to Brian. Looking for his first base hit. 0 for 17.
Come on, Brian, thrill the family they're here.
Yeah.
Get a knock. He tried.
No balls, 2 strikes. He's a career 0-49 hitter. 6 hits and 123 at bats with 5 runs batted in.
It's worse than me.
What were you?
That's hard to be worse than me. I don't know, 70 something. I had a keen eye though, Brownie.
Yes, you did. You drew how many walks in your career?
I don't know.
3 or 4?
Handful. My first career RBI was a bases loaded walk. 0-83. I was cheating myself.
Strikeout number 3 for Hudson.
It was a hard 0-83 though.
Yeah. Well, Now, that would be indicative of a lot of extra base hits when you say that.
No, it was a lot of foul balls over the third base dugout.
Now, you hit a lot of hard foul balls.
Yeah.
You did do that.
Yeah.
Put more than a few people out of commission in your time. You drew 23 walks in your career, we're told.
I'm getting a little puffed up here.
Very high number.
That's that whole 50-50 thing. Why swing if you can't hit it?
Darren Erstad takes strike one. He worked the count to 2-2, laced a line drive. Mark Kotsay made a big play on him in the first inning.
Told Roy I'd come out and swing against him tomorrow when he does his bullpen work. Figured he could use a little confidence boost.
Was he excited about that?
He said, sure, come on out.
Well, earlier this year, Lance came out, and that helped Roy. No balls, 2 strikes.
Roy can give him, or Lance could give him legitimate feedback as a hitter. And he could say, I don't think I can get to that pitch. That pitch, I think, with me, it'd be like, I can't hit that. No, can't hit that. Nope. Might be able to foul that one off.
Well, Roy is now ticketed, perhaps for Tuesday night, depending on how that bullpen session tomorrow goes. Erstad bounces it foul. Still no balls, 2 strikes. Tomorrow night it's Chris Sampson and Jojo Reyes, a left-hander for the Braves. Sunday afternoon, Wandy Rodriguez and Charlie Morton. Erstad looks good in that shot.
It's like General Howe or somebody.
You know, those 3-corner hats are coming back. We saw one in the stands the other day at Minute Maid Park. 1-2. That's a nice look.
You know the song, my hat, it has 3 corners.
No.
Yeah.
Is there anything more to it?
Yeah, but that's all I'm going to give you.
Okay. Bounce to Chipper Jones. And he just barely gets a hustling Erstad for out number 2.
Love the way Darren Erstad plays the game.
Yep. He is all out all the time.
By an eyelash, they got him.
No, so close. He'll beat some out. He always runs like that, and he does. Strike to Mark Lorado, who grounded out to third in the first inning. Mark's a .339 career hitter against the Braves, who have had a lot of very good pitching over the years.
Been a big part of the Braves' success over the years is the ability to command that spot right there, that down and away fastball. That was a slider there, but just to, that was kind of the MO all those years with Glavine, Smoltz, Maddox. Just command that corner down and away.
Loretta strikes out, and Hudson gets number 4. He's retired 7 straight, and the Braves lead it 2-0.
Your home for Astros baseball is FSN Houston.
There's the windup. And the pitch.
It's the last series of a long homestand heading into the All-Star break when Carlos Lee and the Astros test their strengths against Carlos Beltran and the Mets, who have their sights set on a pennant this season. It's a National League showdown. Mets Astros presented in HD on FSN Houston.
Nick, it's been reported that your Southwest Airlines flight arrived on time. How do you respond to this allegation?
It took off on time, it landed on time. I'm not sure I really understand the question.
Nick, do you think arriving on time is fair to all business travelers who fly other airlines and don't arrive on time?
They're free to use Southwest Airlines, too.
Good point.
First, you guys accused me of using productivity enhancers, and now you're saying it's unfair to be on time? I don't get it.
On-time flights. Just one of the ways flying Southwest Airlines helps you get more done.
You're now free to be more productive.
Freedom over Texas is here, Houston, so you better get to your Chevy dealer this 4th of July holiday. Just extended. Get 0% APR financing for 72 months on a 2008 Chevy Silverado. Or get 0 for 72 months on a 2008 Chevy HHR. Or get 0% APR financing for 72 months on a 2008 Chevy Tahoe. Take the wheel now during Chevy's Freedom over Texas. See your Houston area Chevy dealers.
On this patriotic warm night, that is not stopping those folks from putting on some extra hair. It's Atlanta 2 and Houston nothing. Time for our Dodge Texas Truck Stop feature. Here's Jose Valverde talking about his antics when he's on the mound.
When I go on the mound, I'm a little crazy. Everybody think when I'm not pitching, I'm the same person. I have to joke a lot when I'm not pitching. When I pitch, I have transformation. Too much.
Well, he would love to get in tonight now. The Astros are trailing 2-0. And he hasn't pitched in a few days. He needed a break. Now it's Gregor Blanco showing bunt and taking strike one. Blanco, good all-around player. Moves the ball around on the field. He bunts. Excellent defensive player.
He doesn't hit for power. That's not his game. You see he chokes up on the bat a little bit. Just tries to use a quick short stroke, tries to punch the ball the other way quite a bit.
Bouncer foul. No balls, 2 strikes to Blanco. Braves have had injuries in their outfield this year. Moeller's thrown 34 pitches so far. Blanco seizing the opportunity to play at age 24.
Just check out the logo on the hat.
No.
It's a different logo. Little stars and stripes thing they get going on.
Nice. That is a good touch. Blanco's from Caracas, Venezuela. Played at AAA Richmond last year, hitting .282. There's it.
I'm going to get one of those.
Yeah. Patriotic Astros star.
And Braves are wearing them. Everybody in baseball is wearing them. They're part of the baseball's got a Welcome Back Veterans initiative that they're kicking off this holiday weekend. A fundraising and awareness campaign for returning veterans. Fred Wilpon, the principal owner of the Mets, is he started it.
Good for him.
Yeah, trying to raise a bunch of money.
That's a drive foul. Did you see the article about the new Walter Reed Hospital that's being built?
I did not.
Well, apparently this one, as you see, the welcomebackveterans.org website for Major League Baseball charities. You can find out more there about those efforts JD mentioned, but they are building a new hospital in Washington for the veterans, and it's going to be of all services, not just the Army.
I got another one you can check out too. It's Operation Grateful Nation. A similar idea, trying to help veterans as they return and to deal with all the issues they have to deal with injuries and getting them back into society with jobs.
3 balls, 2 strikes to Blanco, who has a .372 on base average. It's one thing the Braves like about him. He walked 63 times last year at AAA. Led the International League in runs scored with 81 a year ago. He's really been learning his trade in the minors. 7 years of dues in the minor leagues. And he draws the walk.
Great example there. Worked the count, made the pitcher throw a lot of pitches, drew a free pass. They do not have a lot of team speed. Braves have only stolen 29 bases this year. Polanco 7 out of 8. Escobar thrilled with Blanco drawing that walk.
He is jumping for joy. Now that's a part of his ritual or his routine for every at bat. Before he heads for that batter's box, he jumps straight up in the air.
Just because he can.
We would advise against trying that at home, especially after a big meal. Escobar grounded out to shortstop first time.
Hey, he walked. My turn.
There's ball one. If he jumps that high for a walk, what does he do for a triple?
He does a complete floor routine. complete with cartwheels and backflips.
JR Tolles out to talk with Brian Moeller. Chipper Jones is on deck. Yunel Escobar hit .326 for the Braves last year. Playing short, second and third last season. He's come in for some interesting praise from tonight's starting pitcher, Tim Hudson. Hudson says of Escobar, he's as good as I've played with, and I've played with some pretty good ones. That includes Edgar Renteria, Miguel Tejada, and Rafael Furcal. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Escobar, big rangy shortstop, strong guy. He's got some pop in that bat. He's got 6 home runs this year, but you could see him developing into a 20 home run hitter.
Double play ball. Loretta starts it. Tejada the middleman. 4-6-3. It's a good way to follow a leadoff walk, and Brian Moeller gets the double play. The Astros 74th of the year.
Yeah, so big too with Chipper and Teixeira coming up to be able to clean that up. Face these guys with nobody on base. Because that will be the case if he can get Chipper here with nobody on. Then Teixeira will be leading off the next inning.
Chipper Jones turned 36 back in April. Last year he had the second best batting average in the league, .337. He looks at the breaking pitch and it's ball 1. He hit a fly ball to center his first time up. Not only has he had the strained right quadriceps, and he originally suffered that injury back on April 9th, so he's been nursing it for a long time. But took a shot in the face off the batting cage back on the 13th of June, but through it all he was hitting .400 to that point of the season. 1 ball, 1 strike. He laughed that off. And sometimes
the idea of hitting .400?
Yeah. And that's tough to maintain that kind of pace for very long. 2 balls and a strike. And remember when George Brett did it? Was it 1980? Took it into September.
Yeah. He ended up hitting .390, I believe, that year.
Yeah.
And Tony Gwynn, the year of the strike, was making a pretty good run at it too.
Yes, he was. But the media just dogs those guys, of course, about hitting .400. Rolled into center field. Chipper Jones is 1 for 2. So that's what they face every night when they come to the ballpark. Questions about hitting .400.
Ted Williams dealt with it.
He certainly did.
He was warm and fuzzy with the media. Well, Chipper, a lot like Lance. We talked about those hitters who were able to keep the bat, that path where they keep the bat in the strike zone for a long time, and that was a great example there. He was out in front of that pitch a little bit. A nice level swing, stayed through it, got himself a knock.
Yes, he did. Now Teixeira by Berkman up the right field line. Jones heads for third base. Hunter Pence with the pickup. And it's first and third, 2 outs. Berkman was in a position but couldn't get leather on it.
Lance coming off the bag and has to retreat and go back the other way, and came up empty. Sharply hit. Almost looked like he didn't see it there.
Sure did. Teixeira skipped it by him. Hit number 4 for the Braves. Now it's Brian McCann. He singled to center field and scored in the second inning. McCann certainly a very important man in the scheme of things with the Braves this year. Not only hitting, but the way he handles the pitching staff. He strike 1 to him. He's only 24 years old. Drove in 92 last year. Braves pitching staff has the second best ERA in the National League right now. And he's a part of that, especially with the injuries to John Smoltz and Tom Glavine, Mike Hampton.
Saw Hampy last night. He's pretty optimistic about his return here pretty soon after the All-Star break. He's making a rehab start tomorrow, I believe, and then one more after that. And if all goes well, he thinks he may be able to take the ball in that second series after the All-Star break. If being the operative word.
Yeah. Well, he has certainly stayed with it. 1 ball, 2 strikes, despite a number of setbacks. This Braves staff has just been hit really hard, not only with those starting pitchers' injuries we talked about, but also the guys at the back end of the bullpen. That's into center field. That'll make it 3-0 Braves. An RBI single for McCann. His 47th run batted in. 3 straight 2-out singles.
And got the big double play, but Chipper, Teixeira, and now McCann, just good approaches all 3 times. Again, McCann didn't blister that ball, but just stayed back nicely on the changeup. Talked earlier about Moeller really needing that changeup against these left-handed hitters, but they're doing a nice job staying back on it.
Kelly Johnson has runners at first and second. He was born in Austin, Texas. Went to Westwood High School. Big cut there, and it's strike 1 to Kelly, who's a converted shortstop.
Tell you what, I'd want a rotation full of left-handers against this club.
Yep.
Could be a busy weekend for Wesley Wright and Tim Burdack.
Certainly could. The Braves, by the way, are 12-18 against left-handed starters. Broken bat to Loretta's right. On to Berkman. And in the 3rd inning, the Braves play add-on with a run on 3 hits, stranding 2. They lead it now 3-0 after 3.
Don't wait for Santa. Pick your wow right now when you purchase a beautiful new Meritage home. What's on your wish list? For a limited time, you can pick the presents you really want from Best Buy. Visit Meritage Homes, where there's a wow for everyone.
No matter where you live, no matter how far you commute, there's one simple way to make it all a little more enjoyable. The Honda Civic. Every model designed with fuel efficiency in mind. The very affordable LX, the sleek and sexy SI, or the Civic Hybrid, the most fuel-efficient car in its class. The Civic from Honda. Join the family.
Get APR financing as low as 1.9% on all new Civics for well-qualified buyers.
I love all the flavor in the supersonic breakfast toaster.
Yeah,
man.
you know, it's almost like breakfast to the second power because it's got double meats on there, you know, double cheeses.
Yeah, I was never, good with food math.
How many sandwiches are you holding?
Please don't embarrass me.
Come on, man.
50?
50?
I don't know. 8?
Supersonic breakfast toaster. New at Sonic. Sausage and bacon with pepper jack cheese or ham and bacon with smoky cheddar. Try one anytime with a premium roast, iced or hot latte.
The Red Bull Air Race World Series returns. 250 miles per hour. 10 G's. Motorsport's ultimate thrill ride. Wow! This season, pilots battle head-to-head over the most spectacular locations across the globe. The world's most dangerous sport takes flight. The Red Bull Air Race World Series from Abu Dhabi returns July 13th on FSN and HD.
Well, there was an error charged to Lance Berkman. We were unaware of it at the time, but that changed the 3rd inning in terms of the run being unearned for Brian Moeller. Here's the play. Berkman went for it. The ball got by him. We were not aware at the time, but he was charged with an error. I don't think he touched it. He might have, barely. But nonetheless, we just missed that official scoring call. So that took a hit away from Teixeira, and it made it 1 run on 2 hits with 1 error, and the run is unearned.
Yeah, it's a tough one there for the official score. To me, that's a coin toss. That could have gone either way.
Sure could. 2 balls, no strikes to Berkman. 3 for 4 in his career now against Hudson. And that one goes foul for a 2-1 count.
And one of those hits, Lance was telling us on the bus ride over today, a bunt hit.
Yeah.
Because I was surprised. I looked at some numbers and I saw he'd only had 3 at-bats off Hudson prior to tonight's game. And I said, boy, I thought I had more than that. I remember one, it was a bunt. It's there for him now if he wants it.
3 balls and a strike.
He didn't want to bunt on 3-1. He wants to hit it to the moon.
Yeah. Lance has walked 47 times. Has a .440 on base average. That one's out of play, and it's 3-2 now for Tim Hudson. He's walked only 34 this season in 117 innings. Last year he walked 53. There you see the pitching lines. 53 walks for him in 224 innings last year. And he comes back to get a strikeout. Number 5.
I mentioned earlier that he was more of a contact pitcher, didn't strike many out, but he's got it going tonight. This is a real good split finger pitch. He has Lance out in front of.
Carlos Lee walked on a 3-1 count in the first inning.
Laredo.
Yeah, he dropped down and fired it up and in. Ball 1. Hudson's showing some different looks.
That's what you do when you know a guy's hitting 400 off you. And he walked last time off. I'm going to try to invent something. I've never seen him do that before.
Hit into left field. Carlos Lee now has a 7-game hitting streak, and the Astros get only their 2nd hit of the night. Aflac trivia time.
Aflac!
Chipper Jones there at third. Who was the last player to bat 400 at the All-Star break?
Was it within the last decade? Or was it a National League player? That's 2 down. Let's go to Orson Bean. Oh, the answers are no to those, by the way. Talking with waving the truck. I'm assuming everybody can hear me.
Miguel Tejada with a bouncer double play ball here. Johnson with a flip. Escobar makes it a 4-6-3 double play. In the middle of the 4th inning, 3-0 Atlanta.
No matter which road you choose, the Dodge Lifetime Powertrain Warranty has you covered. It's the best warranty in the business, and it comes standard on nearly all Dodge vehicles. No other company matches it. Not Ford, not Chevy, nobody. Dodge. Grab life.
Why are you trying to stop the funk?
Yeah.
Excuse me?
The funk, Jack. Word on the street is you're trying to stop the funk.
Yeah.
3, 4. Never gonna stop the funk. No.
Hey! Whoa, whoa! Different funk. I'm making new iced coffees, original, vanilla, and caramel, and a new Kona coffee shake. They're the perfect pick-me-up for when you're in a funk.
Sorry for the fuss.
FSN presents the remarkable series that uncovers the most spectacular tales in sports history. Amazing sports stories. Incredible. Unbelievable. And 100% true. These are the greatest stories never told. It's an all-new episode, the tale of the Olympic sailor who made the ultimate sacrifice. Sunday on FSN.
Aflac wanted to know the last player to bat 400 at the All-Star break.
Aflac!
Answer is Rod Carew, who hit 402 in 1983.
Rodney Cline Carew. He ended up hitting 339 that year. .328 for his career. 388 in 1977.
Well, they're playing some games over in the press box. Now the error's been removed. So we'll check that out as time allows. Mark Kotsay, the ground ball to Lance Berkman. He had an error for a while. Now he doesn't have an error, and that's out number 1. So apparently we're back to a hit for Teixeira now.
With improved self-esteem, he was able to handle that ball with a plum. Maybe Teixeira's agent called the official score.
That would be Scott Boras. Well, as of now, Teixeira got that hit in the 3rd inning.
I'm surprised that there aren't more that were hitting 400 at the break. Like, you know, because of Brett and Gwynn, some of the runs they had.
Exactly. Jason Perry takes, so there's strike 1. So now the run is back to being earned again in the 3rd inning until further notice. There are phone calls placed to the official score during games.
And there's not supposed to be.
No, but it's pretty common.
Yeah.
Or sometimes media relations officials will go over and ask the scorer to reconsider a call. That's very common.
Now, when I was playing as a starting pitcher, you know, you're hanging out down there. You got nothing to do for 4 days when you're not pitching. So I would routinely call up to Chuck Poole when he was our media relations guy.
Yeah.
And complain about a call.
Would you?
Yeah.
Was that an official protest? Or
no. I'm just calling Chuck and say, you got to be kidding me.
Okay.
We'll talk to those guys.
And was that influential in any way?
I doubt it. I doubt that it even got beyond Chuck.
3 balls and a strike. That fly ball will slice away from Carlos Lee and outside the left field line. And they get a souvenir. Big crowd here tonight. Fireworks after the game.
Yeah, they were out tailgating as the bus pulled up this afternoon. A lot of folks out having a little barbecue. Great pregame ceremony, unfurling the big flag in the outfield.
Yes. Frank Gore, whom Perry is replacing in right field tonight, really had a rough night last night against the Phillies. 0 for 4, 3 strikeouts, and with the bases loaded, a double play. Frank Gore was 2 for 20 with the bases loaded. And his OPS for the last 27 games was .507. He was hitting .194 since the 3rd of June. And he selected AA over AAA for his rehab assignment. Likes the AA manager at Greenville. And also he's going to be joining Mike Hampton. You told us about Hampton rehabbing for Greenville. And Matt Diaz is also rehabbing from a knee injury with Greenville. This fly ball once again will be out of play.
The clubs are pretty receptive. Like, you know, Frank Kerr obviously very disappointed, dejected, going through a tough time here, being booed in his home ballpark, and he grew up here. So club, you know, apparently asked his opinion where he wanted to go to get some at-bats at the minor league level. I heard one with the Dodgers that Brad Penny is going to Las Vegas to pitch a simulated game because there's like some kind of an ultimate fighting thing going on there that he wanted to see. So instead of doing the simulated game in LA, they're sending him to Vegas.
Oh, brother. Hot shot to Berkman. And he takes care of that out on Perry.
Well, after the break, the Astros start the second half with the Chicago Cubs in town. That's always fun. It starts 2 weeks from tonight, and it's Coca-Cola Value Night. 4 tickets, 4 dogs, 4 Cokes, 2 Astro caps for just $75 with a label from a specially marked 2-liter bottle of Coca-Cola, all Coca-Cola product. Friday night fireworks, retractable headphones courtesy of Methodist Bone and Joint Center. All that can be yours at Astros.com or by calling 1-877-9-ASTROS.
Tim Hudson takes strike one. He struck out in the second inning. Hudson's a Georgia boy from Columbus. Went to Auburn University. He won 20 for the A's in 2000. He was an all-star that year. Fly ball. Darren Erstad measures it in right center. Moeller has a 1-2-3 inning, his second of the night. After 4, Braves 3, Astros nothing.
The launch event starts in 4. Go to Lincoln.com and enter your zip code for your best local offers during the launch.
To the league. That's a high drive. Deep right center field. That ball is going to get out of here for a 3-run homer for Berkman.
The University of Iowa is facing a tremendous challenge and needs your help. Flooding throughout eastern Iowa has impacted the school's softball and track complex, the entire arts campus, and threatens libraries and other buildings. The record-setting waters will recede quickly. However, it will take months and years for the campus to fully recover. The Big Ten community can help recovery efforts. To get more information on how you can help, log on to one of the websites on this screen.
Fox Business, taking business news to the next level. A new approach, attitude, and edge. Experienced and straightforward. One team covers it best. Trade trends, market moves, personal finance. No nonsense, no jargon. Just smart and savvy insight. Money moves that make sense. End of story. Fox Business Network. A world of business. Start here, start now. To find Fox Business, check your local listings or log on to foxbusiness.com today.
You're watching Astros baseball on FSN Houston.
Many American flags there given out to those ladies. And before the game, as JD mentioned, there was patriotism on display with the huge American flag unfurled out on the field. A lot of folks involved in that display.
Can you furl something, or can you only unfurl?
You can only unfurl it. Can't furl it.
Hey, furl that flag and let's go. Got a ball game to play.
Jeff Blum taps one and rolls out to Kelly Johnson.
Look out!
We're out number 1. Last time up, he lined out to Teixeira at first.
Well, the Astros scored 2 runs yesterday. They were unearned. And the day before that, they got 1 on a solo home run from Carlos. So they've had a lot of empty innings here in recent days. I mean, just getting nothing going.
Yesterday, against a very good Chad Billingsley, they didn't have a base runner. He retired 10 in a row until 1 out in the 4th inning. Hunter Pence tapped back to the pitcher, Hudson. There's ball 1. Jimmy Stanton has emailed back that the official score did change that error to a hit. So the scoreboard totals are correct. No error for Lance Berkman. Mark Teixeira has a hit and a walk. Going for it, Jason Perry. 2 outs. Now J.R. Tolles is the batter. Well, the Astros now 10th in the league in runs scored. And Hudson is throwing up a pretty good challenge tonight. He's 7th in the league in innings pitched.
Well, you know, first couple of months of the season, it looked like he would be an all-star. Great month of May. A little bit of a June swoon for him. And there's just too many guys having good years for Tim Hudson to make his way under that all-star team. But he's got pretty good numbers, 8 and 6 coming into this one with a 330-something earned run average. And obviously very important to this staff with all the injuries we talked about. Smoltz, Glavine, Hampton. Jared Jurgens has stepped up in a big way.
He's in the top 10 in ERA. 2 balls, 1 strike. And we hear that Charlie Morton has a strong arm. We'll be seeing him Sunday. So when you looked at the Braves over the winter, you might have thought, oh, that's going to be a tough pitching staff with Glavine and Smoltz and Hudson. But instead, it's names like JoJo Reyes, Jair Jurgens, Charlie Morton.
And still they have the second best ERA in the league.
Yeah.
You know, a little bit I think is this ballpark that helps, but still it's been a pretty impressive job they've done.
Braves actually are hitting better at home than they are on the road. But that could be familiarity. Tap foul. This Atlanta area is at altitude. A lot of people don't think of it, but it's one of the higher altitude cities among National League cities. And the ball travels well here in the summertime. It's a nice warm night tonight.
Fulton County Stadium was known as the launching pad.
Sure was. Line foul.
Ooh.
Somebody get nailed?
Well, I hope not. Based on that carom, I hope not. I think it was the railing just above somebody's head down there.
Bobby Cox's club in a fight this year with the Phillies dominating the Braves the way they have been. And the New York Mets may get it going at some point. They have struggled. Mike Gonzalez has come back to reclaim the closer spot for the Braves. Strikeout for Hudson. That's number 6 for him. He's pitching a 2-hit shutout through 5 and leads it as the Braves are in front of the Astros 3-0.
Relive the most memorable moments in Southwest Conference history as FSN pays homage to the gridiron legends of the past. Southwest Conference Legends, the 1966 season on FSN Southwest.
During the Lifetime Savings Event 4th of July holiday, there's never been a better time to drive Toyota Tundra. And with the lowest cost of ownership, Tundra also rewards you with every mile you drive. Go to ToyotaOwnershipCost.com to calculate what you'll be saving over the lifetime of your new Tundra. And then use the long holiday weekend to start saving. Get 0 for 60 on Tundra or $4,000 cash back, plus an extra $1,000 bonus cash on either incentive. Take advantage of a lifetime of savings during the July 4th holiday.
Can you imagine if they started making shorter rulers? Or made shoe sizes smaller? Or saved money by turning big screens into little screens? Or reduced a half-gallon of ice cream by as much as a pint? So don't be a pint short of a half-gallon. Take home all you pay for. Bluebell wouldn't have it any other way.
Make the perfect mix at McDonald's. Grab $1 a night new release DVD from McDonald's Red Box with a hot, juicy Big Mac. I like the sound of that.
It's hot. What's on tap with the Astros is brought to you by Bud Light, showing you the pitchers for the remaining 2 games of this series. It's Chris Sampson and JoJo Reyes tomorrow night, 5:30 for Astros Live on FSN in Houston. And Wandy Rodriguez and Charlie Morton are matching up Sunday on May 20 at 12:30. So the Astros do have their lefty lined up, and that is a gigantic Coke bottle made of baseballs and bats and gloves. High
That's
atop
cool.
the stadium.
Chest protectors in there and some jerseys.
Yeah. Right at the top of the stadium down the left field line.
Are there any spikes on there?
Don't know. There might be.
Maybe at the top.
Gregor Blanco hits it in the air on the infield. Lance Berkman looking up. And that's out number 1. Greg Lucas helped us solve the mystery of the error that wasn't on Lance Berkman. The scoreboard jumped the gun before the official scorer made his call. And then it was changed. Now it's Escobar. Escobar 0 for 2. Now coming over from Cuba has straightened out his game a little bit in terms of removing some of the flashiness. There's strike 1.
I didn't notice if he jumped this time.
Didn't notice that.
I assume so, eh?
We'll have to watch more closely.
He grounded into a double play last time up. Maybe he opted not to. Happy 4th of July, everybody. Hope you enjoyed some potato salad.
I don't like potato salad. Miguel Tejada fires to first base, and it's in the dirt, but he gets him. Nice scoop by Lance. And
Potato
Tejada.
salad is an all-American thing, Brownie.
I know. Just don't like it.
Not even the mustard kind? Or
no.
They make it all different ways. All right.
No mustard on that play, though.
All right.
Tejada got himself into a good position. He made a strong throw. That's a lesson in throwing low rather than high, because the first baseman has a chance to scoop it the way Lance did. Chipper Jones singled and scored in the third.
And unless you've got a vertical like Escobar, when they sail one over your head, it's awfully tough.
Wouldn't that be funny to see a first baseman sky like that? Ground ball to second, and Mark Loretta takes it over for out number 3. After 5, 3-0 Braves.
Here's my dream for this great land. Comfort for all in tanks and sweatpants. A world without labels would set us free. No ties or heels from sea to shining sea. This is how I live. This is how I'm real. This is how I love. This is how I feel.
Adam.
Yeah. Yeah, baby. Look at that one. It's good. All right. Yeah. That's it. That's Spizzy's first instant millionaire.
The game is on. Learn to play the horses and play for free. TVGFree.net. Learn from horse racing experts.
Let me help you pick a winner.
Challenge the leaderboard and compete to win valuable prizes every day. Go to TVGFree.net right now.
And they're off.
Get in the game. It's fun. It's free.
One final surge.
Pick the winner.
They're coming down to the finish.
Learn from the pros. Play to win. TVGFree.net.
You're watching Astros baseball on FSN Houston.
Houston Astros baseball on FSN Houston is being brought to you by your Texas Ford dealers, by Aflac, by Whataburger, by Pennzoil, by Dodge, your Texas truck stop, and by Southwest Airlines. Brian Moeller leads it off in the Houston 6th inning. Tim Hudson has a shutout working and a 3-0 lead. The Astros have managed only 2 hits and a walk. Hudson got a double play ball after one of those hits. It's 1 ball, 1 strike to Moeller, who was caught looking in the 3rd inning. Hudson has fanned 6. I mentioned Hudson had a low ERA against the Astros, 1.13 lifetime, his lowest against any club. 2-1. If in your memory there was a game when the Astros got to him, that is correct, but that was a playoff game in 2005 here in Atlanta, but that doesn't count in those regular season stats. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Brian Moeller. Andy Pettitte won a game here in October of 05 in the playoffs. Hudson giving up 5 runs in 6 2/3 innings. It's 3-2.
50-50.
Darren Erstad on deck. Got to assume Hudson can get one in there, don't you? He didn't. Oh, you're right, it is. The 50-50 meter swings the other way, and it's a leadoff walk to the pitcher.
You know, again, when you have my resume as a hitter, you kind of know that situation. And Brian, an old, whatever he was, 49 or something. Why swing? Take a chance. You get pitcher misses or you get a favorable call.
Bobby Cox unhappy at that. Darren Erstad was unhappy when his line drive was caught by Mark Kotsay leading off the game. Then he tapped out to 3rd in the 3rd inning. Braves set up for a double play. Hudson throws a tough pitch for strike one. Erstad had swung at that and made contact. That could be a double play ball. Braves don't want it to be a one-run game tonight. They're 4-21 in one-run games, including 0-16 on the road. Hudson comes in, throws to second, and nice play by Blanco on a one-hop throw to the backhand side, forcing Moeller from 1 to 6. By Escobar, rather.
And a good job by Escobar, too, realizing no chance for the double play with his errant throw. So just make sure you kind of ground yourself, pick it, stay on the bag, get the force out there.
Yeah. Made the stretch, made that play look easy. Escobar, fluid-looking shortstop. Mark Loretta is 0 for 2, grounded to third and a strikeout. Hudson shut out the Astros in Houston in 2005 during the regular season, beating Roger Clemens. He didn't get a decision. 9 innings of 4-hit shutout ball, but the game went to 12 and the Braves won it 1-0. Mark Loretta takes strike one.
Wouldn't be a bad idea to think about playing a little hit and run with this combination because of the potential double play. You hate to take too many chances on the bases down 3. But he is an extreme ground ball pitcher.
Yes, he is.
And now you've got, an even count here. You could, wait a pitch so you get into a 2-1 situation, or maybe even do it here. You feel pretty comfortable that Loretta could put the ball in play. And, certainly Erstad capable of stealing a bag if the hit and run play is a bust. If Mark comes up empty with the swing, McCann's only thrown out, I think, 18-19% this year.
Double play ball. It's dropped by Johnson. No play at second. He gets Loretta for out number 2.
That's a huge break.
Yes, it is. So no error can be given because he got an out on the play, but everybody on that field for Atlanta knows they should be running off the field now.
Yeah, that old you can't assume a double play is, I guess that's been the rule for so long, but that was about as routine a double play ball as you're going to see.
That means Lance Berkman has a runner in scoring position. He's 1 for 2. He doubled to right in the first, struck out in the fourth.
That means Kelly Johnson is now the president of the Tim Hudson fan club.
Oh, yeah.
Get me off the hook, big fella.
Ball 1. Ball was hit right at him, too.
It's the hard thing about baseball. Basketball, you turn the ball over and the action just resumes. You're right back into doing whatever you got to do. In baseball, you kind of make an error out there and you're just standing out there on an island wishing you could dig a hole and crawl into it.
Yeah, in basketball, if you throw a bad pass, at least you can hustle down to the other end, try to block a shot or do something defensively, but no such case in this sport. Quarterback in football can try to tackle the guy if he threw an interception. Line shot to left field. Erstad is coming home. Here's the throw to the plate from Blanco. It's drifting offline, and the run scores with Berkman going into second after an RBI single for Berkman, his 69th run batted in. And the Astros are on the board, trailing 3-1. Sharply hit ball.
Sharply hit, and that's probably what led Blanco to think he had a shot at Erstad at home plate. Bobby Cox probably wishes he just threw the ball into second base and prevented another runner from moving into scoring position. He's been working Lance a lot with that two-seamer moving away. Berkman ready for it, shot it through the hole there on the left side.
Erstad scoring easily once the throw got offline from Blanco.
With 2 outs, moving with the swing. That's awfully tough to throw at anybody who can run at all, and Erstad still runs pretty good. So probably should have gone into second base.
Yep. Blanco with 4 outfield assists. Would have had him probably if he'd put that ball right on home plate. But under duress, outfielders commonly don't throw perfectly on target. Carlos Lee has a walk and a single. There's strike one.
It's kind of like baseball's version of golf. They talk about golf course management. You know, just taking what the course gives you, suck up a bogey instead of trying to make a miraculous shot and ending up with a double or triple bogey. Game situation, you got to lead. So what? That's one run. Concede that one. Keep the back runner out of scoring position. Now, tie ball game. That's a go-ahead run. By all means, take your shot at him.
Kelly Johnson's feeling a little uneasy now.
It's probably the feeling an offensive lineman gets when he, jumps offside, and there's like a 20-yard completion, and they have to call it back. Ooh.
Maybe one of those missed blocks.
Wow, Hudson really frustrated with the home plate umpire. And now Bobby Cox getting after him too.
Bobby's the all-time record holder. And he's after Mike Estabrook.
Now Hudson, early in the game, kind of looked in there on a few different pitches. And he made one heck of a pitch here, but it looked like it was just off the outside edge. Outside.
That is a call appealed by the catcher McCann, but it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. And now fans are going restless.
How about Carlos, the eye he's got here?
Yeah.
I mean, that fastball away and then that slider just a little bit low, but both very close.
Looks pretty well locked in tonight, and he has been for a while now. Line, and Johnson is there to catch it. The Astros settle for 1 run, 1 hit, and leave a man. 3-1 Atlanta.
Sometimes luxury needs to howl at the moon. Find a rare grass-fed steak in a red leather booth and invite all its friends. This is 5.1 surround sound luxury. Luxury advanced. The all-new Acura TSX. A new generation has arrived.
Visit your Houston area Acura dealers for a test drive of the completely redesigned 2009 TSX.
My name's Joey Mayer. I work for the Fort Collins Anheuser-Busch Brewery. Where I'm standing right now is the Poudre River Valley. A few years ago, we had a forest fire destroy a lot of the trees and vegetation of the area. We had over 100 employees dedicate their weekend to come out and plant over 1,000 trees. Helps keep our water clean, protects the water that we drink. Just another example of us doing our part to support the community in which we work and live.
Announcing something totally amazing. Minute Maid Enhanced Juices and Drinks. 5 great tasting varieties uniquely fortified to deliver superior nutrition. Choose Heartwise, clinically proven to help reduce cholesterol. Or help nourish brain and body with the special nutrients in our pomegranate blueberry flavored juice blend. With phytonutrients and powerful antioxidants, and all 5 are packed with flavor. Minute Maid Enhanced Juices and Drinks. Totally nutritious, amazingly delicious.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Houston Astros and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Houston Astros.
It's 3-1, Atlanta leading as the Braves come up in the home 6th inning. And Mark Teixeira leads it off. He has a walk and a single, we think, tonight.
There's a strike.
Well, the scoreboard initially put a hit up, and the official score had not ruled yet. Then the scorer ruled that Teixeira reached on an error by Berkman. Then he changed his mind. It was a hit. So we think it's a hit, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike to Teixeira.
Sorry, I've changed my mind 3 times on it too as I contemplate that play.
Well, he can still change up to what, 48 hours until the paperwork has to be filed by the official score for this game. Oh, they appeal at third, and the Braves fans don't like that call. It's a swing for Teixeira, and it's 1-2. Bobby Cox is getting a little agitated.
Well, they've dropped 5 in a row, 3-7 in their last 10 ball games. Like the Astros, they want to get a lot done before the All-Star break, build a little momentum for the second half.
Bobby has signed a contract through the 2009 season. This is his 27th year as a Major League manager. He's 23rd with the Braves. He's managed 2,295 wins. 4th on the all-time managerial win list, and he's second among active managers to Tony La Russa. Manager of the year in 2004 and 5. Now it's a full count to Mark Teixeira, and one story suggests that if the Braves don't turn their season around in the next 10 days, they might be dealing him. He can be a free agent at the end of the season. Near the left field line, could be big trouble for the Astros, but it's foul.
Look at our bullpen.
The guys in the Astros bullpen making the call.
They're selling that call too.
That was Javier Bracamonte on the far right. The emphatic call. And he was probably closer to it than anybody. Full count to Mark Teixeira, very talented. If he goes on the free agent market, there will be a lot of interest in his services.
Well, we were here last year when that trade went down with the Rangers.
He made a sparkling debut against the Astros as a member of the Braves. There's a leadoff walk. Welcome back to the Coors Light 6th inning. Time for the Coors Light freeze cam, showing you Yunel Escobar leaping high from the on-deck circle on a walk. There he is. That's our Coors Light freeze cam, and he is frozen about 5.5 feet in the air.
Second only to Jose Chico Lean.
Oh, that's right.
Remember Chico Lean?
Yeah, he jumped over automobiles.
Yeah, and he jumped over, I think it was Joe Garagiola one time for a game of the week.
That's right, he did.
He was standing and just bing, sprung right over him.
Ryan McCann takes strike one. McCann is 2 for 2 with an RBI. Able to leap medium-sized Garagiolas at a single bound.
Posing as a light-hitting second baseman for the Pittsburgh Pirates.
He was a good defender. One ball, one strike. Speaking of the Pirates, well, you know the shortstop needs of the Dodgers right now. I wonder if they'll be giving the Pirates a call about Jack Wilson. And the Baltimore Orioles are said to be shopping hard for a shortstop right now.
They have severe shortstop issues. Joe Borowski is available if you want him. Last year's American League saves leader was designated for assignment by the Cleveland Indians today.
Kelly Johnson's on deck. Well,
Joe 1-3 with a 7.56 ERA this year.
He probably won't draw a lot of interest. Line shot. Hunter Pence back for the catch. That ball absolutely smacked by McCann. Well, he rolled 2 singles into center field. Now hits the ball a lot harder and gets an out.
Yeah, it's his best bull, but that's a hang with him. Nothing cooking in the Astros bullpen, but reasons for concern. Leadoff walk, and then that ball blistered by McCann.
We were trying to show you that Brian McCann felt that, like batting practice, there were about 24 people on the field when he hit that ball. Kelly Johnson takes strike one. He's 0 for 2. That was a flashback to much earlier tonight. Astros making their one and only trip to Atlanta. The Braves will pay the return visit at the tail end of the season to Minute Maid Park.
A very final series, I believe.
Yes, it is. This one's a deep drive to right field. Hunter Pence legging it way back as far as he can go, and that one reaches the Braves bullpen. 2-run homer for Kelly Johnson, number 8 of the year. And the Braves now lead it 5-1 as Johnson increases his RBI count to 37.
Atonement. Gave up one with the air, but he got 2 with one swing of the bat. The first guy to greet him there, Tim Hudson. Wow, what a good swing.
Good hitter. Mark Kotsay has a sac fly and a ground out. Lines, and it's caught by Teixeira. That one's scorched.
And Brian fooling no one in this inning. Both outs, hit right on the screws.
Can't see who's throwing, if anybody, in the Astros bullpen because it's recessed. Now Jason Perry, first major league at bat, RBI triple, then a ground out. This fly ball heads deep. Aaron Erstad just short of the track. And in the 6th inning, it's 2 runs, 1 hit. Kelly Johnson goes deep. His 3rd career homer against the Astros lifts the Braves in front 5-1.
What your engine feels, you feel. And when it's running clean, you feel it. Which is why we developed full synthetic Pennzoil Platinum with active cleansing agents to clean out up to 46% of sludge in the first oil change. That's 3 times better than the leading conventional oil. Pennzoil Platinum Motor Oil. Our ultimate clean for your ultimate feeling. Not just oil, Pennzoil.
Start your weekend in the great outdoors with the Academy Outdoors Show this Saturday morning. Host Chad Brower brings you a multitude of exciting outdoor adventures from throughout the region. You won't want to miss a single minute of this award-winning show for the whole family to enjoy, featuring a variety of live-action hunting, fishing, and outdoor adventure trips each week. Right here, Saturday mornings at 8:30 on FSN Southwest.
Red Bull Air Race World Series returns. 250 miles per hour, 10 G's. Motorsports Ultimate Thrill Ride. Wow! This season, pilots battle head-to-head over the most spectacular locations across the globe. The world's most dangerous sport takes flight. The Red Bull Air Race World Series from Abu Dhabi returns July 13th on FSN and HD.
You're watching Astros baseball on FSN Houston.
A little extra breathing room for Tim Hudson now. It's Atlanta 5, the Astros 1 as we move to the 7th for low fares with no extra fees. The only choice is still Southwest Airlines. Tonight's destination is Florida. Go to southwest.com/FSN for your chance to win.
Astros chance to win here against Tim Hudson starts right here in the 7th inning. Hudson leads it 5-1. He's held the Astros to 3 hits through the first 6. They got a run in the 6th inning. It's Tejada, Blum, and Pence in the 7th. Miguel is 0 for 2. And Hudson nicks the corner with the slider. There's strike 1. Chop slowly to shortstop. Escobar barehanding, throws, and gets him. Fine play by Escobar.
It's interesting the way he played that ball. He actually slowed down and then played it with a bare hand. You know, usually you're coming full speed when you're barehanded. He kind of breaks it down a little bit and then just kind of made an adjustment. Said, I better come and get this one. That's pretty slick.
It was. Quick release, and he got a lot on that throw. Escobar takes care of out number 1. Now it's Jeff Blum. He's 0 for 2. A line out to first, a grounder to second, and ball 1. Nine ground ball out so far for Hudson. One ball and one strike.
The irony is the Astros have had the leadoff man reach once tonight, and it was a leadoff walk to Brian Moeller in the 6th.
Yeah, that's ironic. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hunter Pence is on deck as Hudson works. JD mentioned he's had a rough time in interleague play. As a Brave, 1-11. 7.01 ERA in 14 interleague games as a Brave. Last time out, losing that interleague contest. Now happy to be back against the National League. And it's 2-2. Braves have lost 6 of Hudson's last 7 starts overall.
What's he got working on his arm there? A little spider?
Not sure.
Some kind of a tattoo.
Inside, and it's 3-2 to Blum. Tom Glavine is hopeful that he can come back from his elbow difficulties, a partially torn flexor tendon, to pitch again this year. Blum draws a 1-out walk, and that's the 3rd walk of the night for Hudson. Hunter Pence comes up next. Glavine plans to have surgery eventually if that flexor tendon does not heal on its own.
There it is. I'm not sure. Maybe a little flame thing going on.
Could be a flame.
It's going over there too.
Pence grounded back to the pitcher and hit a fly ball to right field. This one tapped out to Kelly Johnson at second.
Safe.
Safe is the call at first. Johnson puts his glove hand to his head after seeing that call. He had to wait for the runner to move in front of him, Jeff Blum. And the ball was slowly hit, and Hunter Pence hustled it into a single. Johnson still cannot believe that.
Johnson saying, are you kidding me? And I'm not sure if he's talking about the call or the fact that Pence was able to beat the play.
Right. Can't tell.
It took a little extra time, pretty deliberate. You cannot afford to do that with Pence. He'll give you everything he's got going down that line, and he's a plus runner.
Now J.R. Tolles gets the bat with 2 on and 1 out. Ball 1 to Tolles, who has struck out both times. Pitcher Spot Dew up next, but it's David Newhan in the on-deck circle.
And I don't know if Johnson could have gotten there in time or not, but he has the right to make that play. If the base runner runs into him as he's trying to make the play, that's interference on the base runner.
One ball and 1 strike. Braves are 1-8 against the Phillies. The Braves really had it going. They were on a 21-12 tear through May 22nd. Since then, they've lost 26 of their last 40.
They're just like the Astros.
Yeah, they are. They're similar.
Same program.
95 pitches for Hudson. Phillies have won 10 of the last 11 against the Braves, going back to their last 2 wins last year. Off Hudson, out to Escobar. He throws to first to get Tolles. 2 outs, and now Newhan will pinch hit. Roger McDowell goes out.
That sinker, he's going to get a lot of ground balls back through the middle. And Escobar with another outstanding play. If he leaves it alone, it might be a double play ball. I don't know if the middle infielders would have been able to get there in time or not.
Roger McDowell, the pitching coach, went out. David Newhan will be the pinch hitter for Brian Moeller. Moeller in 6 innings, allowing 6 hits, 5 runs. He walked 3. He had 1 strikeout. Newhan is 5 for 15 with the Astros as a pinch hitter. He's 0 for 3. Dewey Robinson talking with Brian. Astros pinch hitters have 24 pinch hits for a .222 batting average, including 3 homers. Kelly Johnson takes care of that one for the final out. No runs, 1 hit, 2 men left. It's 5-1. The Braves lead the Astros in the 7th after we hear a holiday version of God Bless America. We'll send it to John Radigan with tonight's Toyota Truck Game Break.
As we celebrate America's freedom with the singing of God Bless America, performed by Tasha LaRae.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above, from the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans wide with foam. God bless America, my home sweet home. God bless America, my home sweet home.
Seventh inning stretch time for your Houston Astros against the Braves tonight. This is your Toyota Truck Game Break. I'm John Radigan. Baseball and hot dogs go together on the 4th of July, don't they? How about this? I hope you have a strong stomach. It's the annual hot dog eating contest, and it's Joey Chestnut against the 6-time champion Kobayashi, and they actually went 59 each in the regular round, so they had to have an eat-off with 5 more hot dogs. It's a 10-minute round, and then an eat-off of 5 more, and it is actually Joey Chestnut who wins it in extra time. Joey Chestnut dethroned Kobayashi last year and wins again this year. That is your 7th inning stretch game break. Join us after this one as we bring you all of Astros Live on FSN.
The launch event starts in 4, 2, 1. Go to Lincoln.com and enter your zip code for your best local offers during the launch.
Contacto con los Astros, focused on the Spanish-speaking Astros fans. This is the show that reveals the stories behind key players and coaches. State Farm presents Contacto con los Astros, Saturdays on FSN Houston.
Jerry Blancas with that video update. Now the pinch hitter Martin Prado comes up in the bottom of the 7th inning. Wesley Wright is in the game for the Astros. His first pitch is high, and it's ball 1 to Prado. Pinch hitting for Tim Hudson. Wright is 3-3 with a 5.22 ERA.
Well, we figured the lefties would get a lot of work this weekend for the Astros.
Two balls, no strikes to Prado. One of the infielders on this Braves roster, 262, no homers, 6 runs batted in. Prado has 42 at bats. He's 0 for 2 pinch hitting. It's 2-1. Last outing for Wesley Wright was Tuesday night against the Dodgers. He was the loser in the 7-6 11th inning Dodger victory on a home run by Jeff Kent in the 11th. Pitched a scoreless 10th prior to that. It's 2-2. He leads all major league rookies in appearances. This is number 41. And this is a club record for the Astros that Wesley Wright has set for appearances by a left-handed rookie prior to the All-Star break. Al Osuna had 36 at 99. Line drive. Erstad with a good jump. Over into right center field for out number 1.
Well, the Braves been hitting a lot of balls hard here.
Yes, they have.
The Astros Bayou Bash, is Saturday, July 19th. The Astros play the Cubs that day. Join us before the game for a crawfish boil and other Cajun cuisine, Zydeco music, beads, and so much more. It will be a fun time for all, we promise. Information, tickets can be had at astros.com. You can eat a whole bunch of those little guys there, big eyes.
Oh, yeah. Gregor Blanco is 0 for 2 with a walk. That spins him out of there, and it's ball 1. This will be a little bit of a test for him because, of course, he usually plays in a platoon with Matt Diaz, who's been injured for some time now. Diaz facing the lefties. 1 ball, 1 strike, but when Kotsay was out, Blanco played some center field as well. He's had 223 at bats this year. One and 2 to Gregor Blanco. Against lefties, he's hit .211 in 57 at bats this season. Andrew Jones returned today for the Dodgers. So did Nomar Garciaparra. Hit by the pitch. One out. Blanco reaches. That's the second hit batsman for Wright this season.
Trying to crowd him with a fastball, and he wanted to make sure he didn't make a mistake over the plate with it. And just lost it in there. His natural fastball has a little cutting action that he gets in on right-handed hitters. You can tell he feels pretty comfortable making that pitch. The inside heater on a lefty doesn't command quite as well.
Yunel Escobar is 0 for 3. Toss over to first on Blanco. Blanco is 7 for 8 in stolen bases. Escobar defected from Cuba and set up residence in Miami. The runner takes off. No throw by Tolles. Stolen base for Blanco, number 8.
Yeah, he got a nice jump, and probably a prudent decision by Tolles just to hang on. Why risk the throwing error? Going on first move, and he guessed right.
Blanco stealing his way into scoring position. The pitch, ball 1 to Escobar. He has 9 of the Braves' 30 stolen bases this year. High to Escobar, and it's 2 balls, no strikes. Escobar came from Cuba on a boat in 2004.
cost him $20,000.
Bouncer third. Jeff Blum looks the runner back, but he's going anyway. Throw to Berkman, and he makes it over to third on out number 2. Blanco just really didn't go all the way back to second. He just kind of held his position.
Jeff probably could have taken a little bit more of a longer look or an aggressive pump fake or something like that to try to get him a little bit closer to the bag. But that's a tough play because you got speed going down the first baseline. You've got a long throw to make, so you don't have a whole lot of time. Blanco made it easily, and that's the only time it makes sense because the put out at first base is now 2 outs, so not that much gain by getting to third base there.
Ball 1 to Chipper Jones. .388 batting average, has a right-hander, .408. 40 hits in 98 at bats from this side of the plate with an OPS of almost 1,000. Line drive right, Hunter Pence in. It's a hit in front of him and an RBI for Chipper Jones. 6-1 Braves on a single by Jones. He's 2 for 4 tonight. That's his 48th run batted in.
Well, a week from Tuesday night at Yankee Stadium, Chipper Jones will be out there at third base for the National League. Lance Berkman will be across the diamond at first. This little inside out swing. Chipper's first All-Star game in a while. In 2001, the last time he played in the All-Star game.
That was strike 1 to Mark Teixeira. Teixeira's been on all 3 times with a single and a pair of walks. It's 1-1.
Teixeira really 2 different hitters this year. On the left side, 297. As a righty, just 218.
In the dirt, good play by J.R. Tolles. That was a difficult pitch to stop.
Carlos Zambrano back for the Cubs tonight, pitching in St. Louis. The Cubs lead 2-0. Bottom of the 5th. Soto and Fukudome have gone deep for the Cubs.
You don't suppose Jim Edmonds is getting booed by the Cardinal fans?
Oh my goodness. It was fun to watch the highlights of that one.
3-1 now to Teixeira. And he takes his 3rd walk of the night. He's been on all 4 times. McCann will be next. Dewey Robinson's coming out.
And Wesley really struggling with his command here. And that's been a bit of an issue for him of late. Not quite as dialed in as he had been earlier in the year. 21 walks in 29 in the 3rd innings coming into this game. Wesley's from this part of the world, right?
Yes,
Mississippi.
He is. He has some friends and family here,
I think.
Brian McCann has a couple of hits tonight and a hard liner to right field. Caught by Berkman. He's lined out twice. Could be 4 for 4. Atlanta leads it 6-1.
This banana split blast is really good.
Yeah, and it's a good thing because you are driving me
Cup?
No, that's not a real saying.
Okay.
What's the thing that makes up the blast? What's in the blast?
The strawberries, cherries.
No, you're not driving me cherries. You're not driving me strawberries. You're driving me
to the movies.
Banana Split Blast. New at Sonic. All the deliciousness of a classic banana split blended together so you can enjoy it on the go. Grab one tonight because Sonic's open till midnight or later and is even sweeter after dark.
No matter which road you choose, the Dodge Lifetime Powertrain Warranty has you covered. It's the best warranty in the business, and it comes standard on nearly all Dodge vehicles. No other company matches it. Not Ford, not Chevy, nobody. Dodge. Grab life.
At Brake Check, our lifetime warranty says pay for a new part once, never pay for that part again. That goes for brake shoes, pads, rotors, drums, master cylinders, KYB shocks and struts, and front-end parts. Just about every new part you can think of. We believe our lifetime warranty is the only real lifetime warranty in the business. We just think it's good business. Brake Check. We do it right at the right price.
The Astros' upcoming schedule is brought to you by the Progressive Insurance Group, showing you 2 more in Atlanta, 3 in Pittsburgh, 3 in Washington, then the All-Star break back home against the Chicago Cubs after the break. Earlier start time tomorrow night, and fireworks will follow this game tonight. Braves go to the bullpen with right-hander Blaine Boyer coming in. Boyer is second in the National League in appearances with 45.
And he's got a 2-5 record and a 4.27 ERA. League hitting .240 against him. Fastball, curveball, and a changeup.
Boyer turns 27 a week from tonight. He's from Atlanta. Lives in Marietta. He was a center fielder in high school. Braves drafted him in the 3rd round in 2000. Darren Erstad looks at his first pitch, and it's strike 1. Darren 0 for 3 with a run scored tonight. An excellent night for Tim Hudson. 7 innings, 4 hits, 1 run, 3 walks, and he struck out 6.
The run was unearned. So the Astros haven't had an earned run against a starting pitcher in the last 3 ball games. That's hard to win when you do that.
Well, it's been a struggle. And the Astros certainly have given credit to the top flight pitchers who have been facing them during this period of the last few weeks. But a lot of guys are slumping. Yes, he is. 0-2. That was at 94. Been a reshuffled bullpen with the injuries they've had. One ball, 2 strikes. Up through it all, the Braves have pitched well, and that's been the hallmark of their success over the years. Three balls, 2 strikes to Darren Erstad. Braves have 3 lefties in their bullpen: Mike Gonzalez, Will Oman, and Royce Ring. That's a liner into right center field. Erstad takes the turn and will hold with a single with his club down by 5. Hit the ball well tonight.
I hit that bolt to lead off the game to deep center field that Kotsay was able to track down. Hit it pretty sharply next time up to 3rd. And he got a pretty good pitch too. A sinker moving down and away, and he got the head out and just belted it.
That's hit number 5 for the Astros. Mark Loretta's 0 for 3. Fouls it back for strike 1. Kazuo Matsui had a workout today before batting practice. Continues to progress well. He's been taking batting practice for several days now. In another couple days, he'll work on his side-to-side work. Cecil Cooper does not think he will need any minor league rehab time before returning to the Astros Tuesday. On through. Oh no, a diving stop. Escobar throwing late to second base. Spectacular play. Looked like it was going to get on through into left field, but Escobar was diving back toward the outfield and made a spectacular play, but could not prevent the single by Loretta.
He's made 2 or 3 real nice plays here tonight, now showing his range to his right. Lays out for it, spins, and throws a strike to second base just not in time. Good hustle by Erstad. Well, last night, the Arizona Diamondbacks scored 6 in the bottom of the 9th to come from 5 down to win. The Astros looking for a little miracle themselves.
Lance Berkman is 2 for 3 with an RBI. Strike for Boyer. Braves bullpen has only 13 saves and 10 blown saves this year. No balls and 2 strikes. Boyer pitched 5 times for the Braves last year. He was with the Richmond Braves most of the year. First came to Atlanta in the 2005 season, but had some shoulder problems that year. Breaking pitch, backs Berkman away. 1-2 for Blaine Boyer. Dodgers beat the Giants with the return of Nomar Garciaparra at shortstop today. He went 2 for 4 and drove in 2. Andrew Jones was 0 for 5. Liner foul. Dodgers won that game 10-7 at San Francisco. They're now 2 games under 500. Derek Lowe won it despite not pitching well. Takashi Saito got his 15th save. And that's 4 straight wins for the Dodgers now. Berkman laces one to left center field. And there's the catch by Blanco. A hard hit ball for out number 1. Now Bobby Cox comes out. Carlos Lee is due up next. Boyer gave up 2 hits and then a sharp line drive.
He hasn't been a real mystery out there tonight.
So that's it for him. Cox goes to the bullpen with a score. Atlanta 6, Houston 1. Back in a moment.
I rely on Digitex. We make copies all day long. It's really comforting to know that it's just a phone call to Digitex and we're right back up and running again.
From document management to high volume color and desktop printers, Digitex has a Rico solution for you.
During this year's CCA Texas Star Fishing Tournament, sponsored by Ford, Texas State Bank, and Tilson Homes, you could win the biggest trophies in history.
Yeah, check this out.
Like a truck boat motor trailer rig,
Presto Changeo,
or a bay boat, or an offshore boat, or one of 10 college scholarships worth $20,000 or $50,000 each.
Now that's smart fishing.
There are over $1 million in prizes.
Star Magic.
Sign up now.
Nick, it's been reported that your Southwest Airlines flight arrived on time. How do you respond to this allegation?
It took off on time, it landed on time. I'm not sure I really understand the question.
Nick, do you think arriving on time is fair to all business travelers who fly other airlines and don't arrive on time?
They're free to use Southwest Airlines, too.
Good point.
First, you guys accused me of using productivity enhancers, and now you're saying it's unfair to be on time? I don't get it.
On-time flights. Just one of the ways flying Southwest Airlines helps you get more done.
You're now free to be more productive.
We needed an out-of-the-box solution. Digitex did all of the research and talked to our vendors,
and found us the best product at the best price for our needs.
From document management to high volume color and desktop printers, Digitex has a Ricoh solution for you.
Are you ready for the 2008 Major League Baseball All-Star Game? Tune in for all the action on Fox live from New York on July 15th at 7 p.m. And they've got that big red carpet parade down 6th Avenue with all the Hall of Famers. You know, there'll be big doings.
Yogi involved in that?
He's got to be. He's got to be the Grand Marshal, doesn't he?
Yep. Absolutely. Look forward to it. Look forward to finding out who the All-Stars are on Sunday. Jeff Bennett comes in. He's 1-4 with a 4.10 ERA.
He's worked 39 times for Bobby Cox this year, 4 times as a starting pitcher. In 59 in the 3rd innings, he's allowed 5 homers, a .260 average. It's fastball, slider, changeup for Big Jeff.
Bennett came in last Saturday with the bases loaded in the 5th inning and got an out at home plate, but all 3 of those inherited runners later scored. They were charged to Tim Hudson. Faces Carlos Lee now, who's been on twice with a walk and a single. Big cut, and it's strike 1 for Lee. Miguel Tejada on deck. Bennett's from Donaldson, Tennessee. He's come back from Tommy John surgery in 06.
And first came to the big leagues with the Brewers back in 04. Good swing there. You got to believe that for the Astros to have a fighting chance here, either El Caballo or Miggy's got to knock one out of the ballpark. He had that in mind.
Yep.
Good aggressive hack.
Sure was. Darren Erstad at second base. And at first, Mark Loretta. Berkman lined out. That was it for Boyer. Now Bennett has jumped in front of Lee 0-2. Grounded foul. Bennett keeps an old belt in his locker. That's a reminder to him of the 50 pounds he has lost. Pirates drafted him in the 19th round at 98. Milwaukee took him in the Rule 5 draft. Atlanta picked him up as a free agent, signing him to a AAA deal. The Braves over the years have really been adept at juggling relievers, moving from one closer to the next, different setup guys. One ball, 2 strikes. As we look at their cast in the current bullpen, we see a lot of guys who have not been around here very long.
Well, you go back to their kind of glory days in the mid-90s with Mark Wohlers, but since then, yeah, it's been a lot of different guys. And
this one gets by McCann, and the runners move up to second and third on a wild pitch by Bennett.
I think it made, well, of course, Smoltz, when he took over that job, was very good at it.
Yes, he was. And Smoltz was going to come back in that role. Still wants to. That one skipping by. 2 men in scoring position now for El Caballo. That one ran way inside.
Yeah, they're trying to go outside with it too.
3-2. Missed the target by a wide margin. Ben Sheets in Milwaukee down Pittsburgh 9-1. Sheets should be an all-star. He's 10-2.
Make a case for him starting that game.
Yeah.
Now, how about J.J. Hardy? He is the hottest man on the planet right now.
Oh, he hit another one.
Yeah, 4 for 5 last night, 4 for 5 tonight. A bunch of home runs in recent games. Got his average up around 300 now.
He hit number 10. Bill Hall number 11 for Milwaukee. Tom Gorzolani got touched up for 7 earned runs in 4 2/3 and was the loser for the Pirates. Inside for ball 4. Now the bases are loaded for Miguel Tejada. And Bennett missed a couple of times inside on Lee.
That's the head shake of a manager saying, hey, We got a 5-run lead. What are we doing walking people?
Roger
talk to him, Roger.
Yep. Roger was a good sinker baller. Oh, did he get the ground ball outs?
Yeah, Roger, he could really make that ball sink. I think he had a little help too. Mr. Slippery.
Ah.
And he was the second spitter, if you recall.
That's right. Bases loaded, 1 out for Teixeira, who's 0 for 3, and this would be a time for him to cash in. It's been a while since he's driven in a run, as we mentioned earlier. Now 54 at bats since his last RBI. June 19th at Baltimore.
We need a Gappa right here.
That would be great.
Oh, shoot one down that right field line.
Broken bat, liner. Kelly Johnson on one hop, throws to second. Now the throw to third, and Chipper Jones has Mark Loretta in a run down. They tag him out. Well, the runners were hung up. They didn't know if Johnson would be able to catch that ball in the air or not. And the Braves turn it into a double play. No runs, 2 hits. There's Johnson juggling but getting control. Gets the force out there to Escobar, and then the play on Loretta to Chipper Jones. Meanwhile, Erstad came home to score before that final out, and it's 6-2.
Tired of being nickeled and dimed by other airlines?
Is this your first flight?
On Southwest Airlines, we don't charge fees for stuff that should be free. Southwest, fees don't fly with us.
You are now free to move about the country.
Fly ball to right, Corey Hart. Back all the way in right. Hunter Pence, opposite field, 2-run homer.
Next week on the Best Damn Sports Show, period. Thursday, these people prove that bloopers don't happen only on the field. We show you the best of the rest. It's Best Damn's Top 50 Fan Bloopers. And on Friday, we investigate one of baseball's most controversial figures. All his battles, his triumphs, and his tragedy. Best Damn investigates Billy Martin. Next week at 11.
Take a journey down memory lane through baseball's past to a time where history comes alive. Introducing baseball's golden age. See legendary heroes like Ruth, Williams, Robinson, and DiMaggio in a rare collection of footage that brings America's pastime to life like never before. Baseball's golden age premieres Sunday on FSN.
You're watching Astros baseball on FSN Houston.
6-2, the Braves are leading. They come up in the bottom of the 8th. The Astros scoring on that rundown as Darren Erstad got home before the play was made on Loretta for the final out. And there's strike 1 to Johnson. Kelly Johnson hit a 2-run homer in the 6th inning. He's 1 for 3. Sounds like they're giving an RBI to Teixeira. No balls, 2 strikes because the double play was not a force play. And if so, that is his first RBI since the 19th of June. Runners were really locked up on that play. Drive to right center field. Hunter Pence and Darren Erstad. Erstad there.
It's an interesting situation that Cecil Cooper faced with coming into the bottom half of this inning, because we talked a lot about all the left-handed bats that the Braves have, and you want to have Wright and Burdack available against these left-handed hitters, and he's got all left-handed hitters due up in this inning. But if he works too hard tonight, is he available tomorrow night? If you need him late in a tighter game, down 4, you don't want to give up. But it's kind of a tough decision, I think.
Kotsay takes, and it's ball 1 to him. He's 0 for 2 with the sac fly. Liner into right center. Kotsay hits his way on.
Last 2 or 3 innings, the Braves really been putting some good swings on it.
They've got to feel a lot better about their club tonight because they were struggling so badly with men in scoring position. Going 3 for 34 in that Philadelphia series. They've hit some balls well tonight. Jason Perry had an RBI triple in the second inning. He's 1 for 3. There's strike one to Perry. Braves getting ready to pinch hit for the pitcher with Omar Infante. There is Mike Gonzalez warming up in the bullpen. And the throw goes over. Blaine Boyer in 1/3 of an inning allowed 2 hits, 1 run with no walks, no strikeouts. Fouled away, and it's no balls. 2 strikes to Perry. Big crowd tonight for the Braves, who in the month of May were 17-12, and that month they were 14-3 here at Turner Field. Braves coming off an 84-78 season last year, finishing in 3rd place, 5 games behind the front-running Phillies. Foul back. Braves had a stretch of 14 consecutive division titles. Astros were 3-3 against them last year. And there are the banners to prove it. Astros beat them in that 05 playoff series, division series. Bouncer to right to Tejada for 1, and on to Berkman. Double play, 1-6-3. Second of the night for the Astros, and their 75th of the year. No runs, a hit, nobody left. We move to the 9th inning. The score is 6-2 Braves.
I am your idea, and I'm huge. Tab me, bind me, stack me, send me round. I'm your big idea. You can't stop this. I'm your biggest idea. And Rico moves me, shows me, sends me. Leaves me behind, but never in a bind. It's the big time. I'm your big idea. And Rico's how we go and go and go.
When a major hospital wanted to add on to their benefits package at no direct cost to the company, their very first word was... Find out more at forbusiness.com.
Don't wait for Santa. Pick your wow right now when you purchase a beautiful new Meritage home. What's on your wish list? For a limited time, you can pick the presents you really want from Best Buy. Visit Meritage Homes, where there's a wow for everyone.
Your home for Astros baseball is FSN Houston.
There's the windup. And the pitch.
Lance Berkman leads the charge when the Astros travel to Atlanta with hopes of bridging the gap in the NL Central. But Mark Teixeira and the Braves will not go quietly. They're determined to forge a campaign that can turn their season around. Astros, Braves on FSN Houston.
Houston Astros baseball on FSN Houston has been brought to you by Southwest Airlines, by your Texas Ford dealers, by Progressive, and by Bud Light. Downtown Atlanta, where there was a road race today early in the morning. And now the fans have packed Turner Field. They'll see fireworks after this game. Mike Gonzalez comes in with a 4-run lead, 6-2 Braves. Gonzalez is back from arm problems. His first pitch to Jeff Blum is ball 1. He's 2 for 2 in saves since returning from that injury.
Tommy John surgery last May. He has converted his last 32 save opportunities. That's the best streak going.
1 ball, 1 strike. Gonzalez, formerly with the Pirates.
I don't remember this.
No, this looks new.
Kind of funky action he's got going there.
He didn't used to do this. Foul back by Jeff Blum. Mike, 30 years old, from Robstown, Texas. Went to San Jacinto Junior College.
We're going to have to get to the bottom of this.
All right. How are we going to do that?
I don't know. We'll ask one of their broadcasters. Why does he do that? And they'll say, I don't know. It's kind of weird to me.
They're kind of like a golfer up on the tee, swaying to get his rhythm.
I think it's just, it's that old Al Hrabosky thing. If you're a closer, you got to have something. You got to have a little style, a little something going on there to distract the hitters. He's a moving target. He's like a hitter who waggles his bat and then ultimately gets into a good setup position. All pitchers kind of get to the same spot.
Strikeout, 1 out.
And if you think back, if you see an old film of like Warren Spahn and those guys back in the 40s and 50s, the way they used to pump their arms with that windmill windup, the theory was that by doing all that movement, you gathered momentum, and that's just really not true. The power position is when you're stable over your back leg on the rubber. Right there, and then go.
Hunter Pence looks at ball 1. He's 1 for 3. Can't remember seeing a pitcher do it this way. Works off that extreme third base edge of the rubber. Fly ball will hang toward foul territory. Chipper Jones underneath. 2 outs for Mike Gonzalez.
One of the few relief pitchers you see use a full windup.
Yeah.
But all of them work out of the stretch position.
Gonzalez had 18 appearances last year with the Braves before having Tommy John surgery. His string of 32 consecutive saves, and this is not a save situation, goes back through the 05 season because he's had injuries. J.R. Tolles with Ty Wigginton on deck. Takes strike 1. J.R. 0 for 3. Gonzalez, before the Tommy John surgery, had elbow tendonitis in 06, sprained MCL in the left knee in 05.
I guess it could be a little disconcerting from a timing standpoint because you never know when he's going to really start.
Yeah.
He's doing all that rocking back and forth. Is he going to go now? Or now? No, here he comes.
Foul ball. Makes it 1-2. Rafael Soriano was the closer when the season opened for the Braves. Then Manny Acosta moved into that spot. Acosta has 3 saves. Jeff Bennett has a couple. Blaine Boyer has 1. Gonzalez has 2. Will Oman has 1. Gonzalez gets the final 3 outs. No save for him, but a win for the Atlanta Braves to snap their 5-game losing streak and hand the Astros their 4th consecutive loss. Final score, Atlanta 6, Houston 2. Our next Astros telecast comes your way tomorrow. It's game 2 of this series. Tune in for the pregame show beginning at 5:30 as the Astros meet the Braves on FSN Houston in HD tomorrow. Stay tuned to FSN Houston for complete postgame coverage on Astros Live. It's coming up next.